Have you ever heard this popular song, Money, Money, Money by ABBA? So this song is not popular for the Gen Zs. So if you haven't heard this song, these are the few lines from the first verse. And it says, I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still, there never seems to be a single penny left for me. That's too bad. In my dreams, I have a plan. If I got me a wealthy man. So, most of these singers, musicians, artists, they do talk to people through their songs. If you listen, if you pay close attention, they express their feelings, what they are passing through their songs. So from the above lyrics, you could understand that ABBA made lots of money. But I don't know how realistic or how practical the money was. So what I'm trying to establish with all this is that earning so much doesn't always and necessarily equate saving and having so much. So if you're on a low income, it means that you can actually save up to any amount you want to save. What is important is having the right mindset and the right strategy. You can do it. So in today's video, I thought it would be interesting to share with you things you can do, the steps you can take to be able to save your first $50,000. So these steps, these strategies, they are boring, but they actually works. How do I know? Because it worked for me. Now, the first thing you need to do is to eliminate all high interest debts you have. Like stop it today. So some people have argued that, you can go ahead and invest even if you have debts, but I will explain something for you. So using credit card debt, for example, which has an average interest rate of 23%, and then your investment return is between 8 to 10%. Did you see the difference? 23% and 10%. So this means that even if you're investing, your credit card debt is busy taking it out and leaving you in debt still. That's why it's better to clear off your credit card debt, and that is why it's number one on my list, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Remember, it is not only credit card debt. Generally, any debt that has interest rates above 10% is literally draining your money. So you have to fly away from, not even run, fly away from it. Now, when it comes to credit card, you have to be careful how you accept credit cards. Yes, it can help you to build wealth, by building your credit score. At the same time, it can drown your wealth building efforts if you don't use it properly. I have a video where I explain everything about credit card. Please do well to look for that video. It is packed with lots of information to help you to build your credit card. So the video quality is not that great, yes, but let that not discourage you. It is packed with lots of information. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to pay off any high interest debt you have immediately. And when you are done with that, congratulations, because you have built a solid foundation for saving your first $50,000. And now it's time to move to the next step. And the next step is that you need to cut costs on the things you don't need. Some people are paying subscription every month on things they don't need or even use. And the sad part is that majority of people doesn't even know that such subscription do exist, or should I say still exist, because maybe they've been subscribing to that before and they're no longer using it, but they did not pay attention to, cut off the subscription, and the subscription is still running. And this is what I call financial carelessness. So I will suggest you track your expenses for a whole month or even two, to see the things you're actually spending your money on. And then you can decide which is important and which is useless. If you need an expense tracker that can help you achieve this, please check the description box. It is absolutely free. Now, the next step is for you to build a system. If you really need to see improvement in your finances, you need to build systems. In fact, this is even applicable to everything in life. If you want to achieve anything, you need to build systems. So you need to automate your savings transfer. Your bills payment should be on auto so you don't miss a payment. Your separate emergency fund savings account should also be on auto. So this way, you have already built this system, so you don't need to be, going back and forth because you are in control. So every of your bills are being taken care of. They are all in auto. For example, maybe let's say your income comes into your checking account. Now you have already set these things auto. So you set the ones that is going into savings is going there. The one for investment is going there. The one for bills payment, so you don't miss your payments and then, start accumulating interest, debt. Now, the next step is that you also need to build a system to earn more money. And this time, it will be worth it because now you have that right mindset. You know that making more money doesn't mean spending more money and living paycheck to paycheck and continue living in debt. Now you understand, you have that mindset that earning more money means that you need to save more and you need to invest more and also live in the moment. Now, you also understand that you don't measure success by how much you earn, but your progress. So now that you have this great mindset, it's now time for you to build a system to earn more money. And I believe the best way is for you to learn skill or skills, get a pay raise, change your job in order to earn more if you wish, monetize your knowledge, and there are so many ways to do this. And please, if I'm making any sense, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video so that others can see it. Thank you so much. The next step is for you to stay away from get rich quick schemes, like no matter who is selling that to you. Don't invest your hard-earned money in any too good to be true investment that promises you unrealistic returns, because you will end up losing your hard-earned money. And you know what? This will set you back, because that money you've lost is money. You would have used that money to invest in other good investments that can yield you, good returns. These type of investments are everywhere and they keep coming back every year with different names, just to lure people. Now, the next step is for you to invest in stocks, invest in ETFs, invest in REITs, invest in bonds, and even in good businesses. Investments comes with risk, that's for sure. But there are companies that have stood the test of time that you can invest in, because the truth is that you still need to invest no matter how risky investing is. You cannot save your way to wealth because of inflation, because your money needs to work for you. If you just keep that money in the bank, there's nothing happening. Inflation will come and bring the value of that money down. So it's only investing that can help you to, help your money to withstand inflation. So you need to invest your money. But the thing is that mind where you're investing. Do your research and find out where to invest your money. If you're following me on this channel, I have lots of videos that can help you to start investing even with $100. There's no get rich quick on this channel. There's no hype. We only put our money in the right places to work for us. The S&P 500 index fund is a good way to start. Now, the next step is for you to invest in your health. Have you ever heard the saying that your health is your wealth? Of course, I know you've heard that. That is absolutely true. Because if you can't make money if you're sick, if you're down. So you need to invest in your health. You can invest in your health in so many ways, by carefully choosing what you take into your body. That even takes about 90% of your health, what you take into your body. When it comes to things you should never go cheap on, it should be things you take into your body, like food. You might say good foods are expensive, but let me ask you, why are your wardrobes filled with brands? So do you prefer to take care of your outward self or inward? Is it not the inward that sustains the outward? Think about it. There are so many other ways you can actually take care of your health by, having good sleep, stressing less, working on your weight if you feel you're overweight. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy the one I will link in the description below. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.